In this video, we're going to go ahead and download and install Eclipse, which we're using in this section of the course to show the capabilities of Git. So I'm going to start by going to my browser. Then I'm going to go to a website called eclipse.org. And by the way, if you've already got Eclipse installed, there's really not a lot you can get out of this video. You want to also make sure that the Java JDK that was installed in the previous video is configured within Eclipse. Watch towards the end of this video to see how to do that. But if you've got that set up as well, there's probably no need for you to watch the rest and you can move on to the next video. Alright, so we get to this option here. We can click on Download Packages. I suggest you do that first because there's a couple of options here. We've got Eclipse for Java developers, which is the one that we're going to download. And there's a 32-bit and a 64-bit edition. Now you need to know which version which operating system version, whether you're running a 32-bit or a 64-bit version of Windows. So you can come up here to have a look. You can right-click on the start icon, click on the control panel, or just get into control panel the normal way you get in, and you can do a search for system or find system. That's an option. And come up here and click it, and that will tell you whether you're running a 32 or a 64-bit edition. So note that it's not the processor, it's the operating system. So here I'm running a 64-bit operating system, so therefore I'm going to download the 64-bit version. If you're running a 64-bit version of Windows on your computer, you do the same. If yours says 32-bit, you download the 32-bit version. So here we are, you choose which one you want, and we're getting the Eclipse IDE for Java developers. Click on 64-bit in my case, and you can choose another mirror or just use the default one. Because I'm in Australia, it's given me the option of downloading it from an Australian website, so I'm just going to select the default. I could have clicked on download. See down the bottom left hand corner, it's started the download process. We'll give it a moment to finish. Okay, so that's finished now, so I'm just going to go to the folder where I've downloaded that zip file, and I'm going to copy it. You need to decide where you're going to put this on your computer. Now I'm just going to paste it for now and load it or install it on my desktop, but that wouldn't be a good location normally. You'd normally want to put it in your program files or some other folder, but just for now I'm just going to extract all, and I'm actually going to extract it to my desktop. Click on extract. Okay, then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a copy of that folder, go back to my desktop, and actually what I'm going to do is go back into there again. I'm going to cut it. So I'm going to right click, cut. I could have done a Control X on Windows to do the same thing. And I'm going to put this on my desktop. So I'm going to paste it now. Okay, so there's the file, and from now on I'm going to go into the Eclipse folder whenever I want to use this. I'm just going to delete the other folder now. But again, you can put this on, wherever on your computer you normally install install programs. And you can see in this case it's Desktop Eclipse, and this is the application that starts up. So what I'm also going to do, I'm actually going to pin it to the taskbar, and that's just so that I can access it from here quickly without having to go into that folder each time. All right, so I'm going to close down that and close down the browser, and we're just going to start Eclipse now. And what we're going to do is configure Eclipse. Well, first it's going to come up and ask us where we want to start saving our files. So you can choose a particular location where you want to save projects. I'm going to leave the default, but I'm also not going to click on this checkbox, so that, in other words, each time it's going to ask me which workspace every time I start up. But you can override that if you wish and choose a folder and then not have it ask you each time. Okay, so I'm going to click OK. Alright, so let's have a look at reviewing the IDE configuration settings. Go next. I'm going to click on yes to that. Refresh resources automatically. Show line numbers in editors. Yes. Check spelling. Well, I'm not going to really worry about that too much. I'm going to click on no for that. Some of these are personal preferences. Jobs in background. I'm going to say no to that because I like seeing what's going on. I'm going to click on yes to that one. Preference recorder, I'm going to click no to that. And click on finish. So that's some base settings that have been configured. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this so it doesn't ask us or show us this each time it loads. I'm going to close down the welcome. But the next thing we need to do, come up here into File. Well, actually on a Windows machine, it's going to be over here in the Edit menu. Sorry, in the Window menu. Click on Preferences. And come down here to Java and expand out the little arrow here to open up the settings. And have a look under Install JREs. Now what we want to check here is to see whether the Java runtime has actually been found or not. Now this is the Java Runtime Edition, but what we actually want is the Java Development Kit. So I'm going to click on Add, remembering that we've installed the Java Development Kit in the previous video. So I'm going to click on Next here, under Standard VM. I'm going to find the folder with the JRE, and I'm not saying JRE, but we want to actually find the Java Development Kit. And if you recall, that was installed in our Program Files folder. Program Files Java, JDK, and I'm going to choose the one that says JDK, not JRE. That should be enough for it. Click on OK, and notice how it found all the rest of the information automatically when I did that. I'm going to click on Finish. That's our Java Development Kit. Then what I'm going to do is come up here to the JRE, the JDK, select that to make that the default. I'm going to click on the JRE and remove that because we don't need both of them. Okay, we're going to click on OK, and that's our Java Development Kit configured now. And then let's just try creating a test project to make sure that all is well. So I'm going to click on New, I'm going to select a Java project. Let's leave that on the execution environment under JRE for now, and we're going to put test project. Okay, I'm going to click on Next, click on Finish. I'm just going to expand this out. Let's go ahead and add a Java class file. So I'm going to select, right-clicking the source, selecting class, and we'll put test. Click on Finish. And down here, I'm going to put public, static, void, main, string, 2 square brackets, left and right square brackets, args. Then I'm going to type system.out.println. This is a test. Click on enable for that one. You can choose whether to enable that or not. That's just sending off information if there is a problem. So that Eclipse gets that, but I'm closing that down now. All right, so I'm going to right click on Run As, Java Application, test.java. I'll click on Always Save Resources before launching because Eclipse doesn't automatically save your work. And we've got this as a test down the bottom. So what that's telling us is that it's working correctly. And also if we have a look here, we can see that it's running C Program Files, Java, JDK, the JDK that we specified when we configured it, so we know it's running the right one. So that's all we really need to do at this point in time. We've configured Eclipse now so that a Java program will work in it. And what that means is in the next video, we can go ahead and download and install the test project, which is a Java project that we're going to be using for our Git-related functionality. We're going to be using that to import into GitHub and just generally have a play with the Git features. So let's work on doing that in the next video.